is ever-changing and is a leading indicator of our community's economic health. To keep up with the latest on everything real estate, from inspections to mortgages, pricing trends, and availability, tune in each Sunday morning from 9 to 10 to the Mike Kelly Real Estate Hour with Allison Norman, the longest-running real estate show in the North Bay. For more information and podcasts, go to ksro.com and search the Real Estate Hour.
It's tax season, and if you own a business, you know exactly how taxing this season can be. Time to contact the certified professionals at Numerical in Roanoke Park. They can help you file your taxes, and because they're local and offer bookkeeping and payroll expertise year-round, you can be sure they'll handle your numbers without treating you like one.
We're Darlene
and Ruben
Sandoval, owners of Numerical.
Call us at 707-238-2281.
238-2281. We're your one-stop shop.
It is 8:12 at KSRO. Time for a look at financial news with Steve Reuter at Merrill Lynch. And Steve, a last-minute save and scrambling for First Republic Bank.
It was indeed really you want to say the 11th and a half hour last night on Sunday. J.P. Morgan steps up and buys the assets and infrastructure of First Republic Bank. The stock of First Republic will never trade again and probably will be considered worthless, as will be the preferred. But J.P. Morgan trading up about 2.5% on that. Later in the week, the Federal Reserve will conclude their meeting on Wednesday. We'll probably see a 1/4 point increase in interest rates. And then on Thursday, we have Apple reporting its profits. In front of that, we're up 102 points on the Dow at 34,200. NASDAQ at the unchanged mark at 12,225. 10-year note off almost a full point now. Gold off $7 at $1,992. I'm Steve Reuter at Merrill Lynch for KSRO.
Financial news at 12 and 42, mornings on KSRO. Now with a KSRO sports update, here's Larry Olson.
Warriors and Kings, Game 7, better known as Game Stephen.
Curry the drive, layup, off the glass, it's good. Curry, three-pointer, bang! Curry with Murray on him, three-pointer, puts it in! Oh, Steph Curry from way downtown!
A playoff career-high 50 points for Curry, complete with 7 three-pointers. Warriors run away with it, put down the Kings in Sacramento, 120-100. Curry's 50, an NBA record for most points in a Game 7 in NBA history.
There's still nerves and anxiousness and anticipating a big night, but when we get out there, our experience took over. Felt pretty comfortable from the jump.
So bring on LeBron James and the Lakers. First playoff meeting between the two teams since 1991. Game 1 tomorrow night in San Francisco. To baseball, Padres beat the Jets 6-4 for a 2-game sweep of Major League Baseball's first regular season series in Mexico City. Giants head to Houston for 7 of the Astros that starts tonight. A's do a little walk it off.
And that's going to win it for the A's. Ruiz flips his bat as he drops it into left center field.
Estuary Ruiz, the game winner. A's snap a 6-game losing streak, the 5-4 win over the Reds. Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. Gallup can help. Access Gallup's free and secure mental health resources today. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at gallup.org. Larry Olson, sports at 13 and 43 past the hour. Mornings on KSRO.
It is 8:15 now at KSRO. With an update on your commute, here is Paul Maxwell.
Thanks, Michelle. CHP on the scene of Vallejo, the Mare Island off-ramp from West 37. 2-vehicle accident on the shoulder. West 37 was already slow from Wilson and Sacramento, continuing to just past the lane reduction. More heaviness, Sonoma Creek Bridge to 121, then again at Lakeville Road. North 101 heavy in Santa Rosa Avenue up to College. Southbound slows in Marin from Roland, continuing down to just before the central San Rafael exit. Highway 12 also heavy in Santa Rosa between Farmers Lane and Calistoga Road. And watch out for some brake lights both directions between Boys Hot Springs and south of Sonoma Plaza. Your next update at 8:25. Now with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast, here's Daniel Trucios.
Thanks, Paul. We do have a high of 63 for today, 54 along the coast. Wind gusts up to 20 miles an hour inland, double that if you're along the shores. Mostly cloudy then for tonight. A chance of showers, low 46 degrees. Could see some light rain showers in for the next couple of days. And then after that, it will be partly cloudy, but dry for Thursday and Friday. Temperatures just topping out in the 60s this week.
54 in Windsor, 51 in Petaluma, and 53 now in Santa Rosa. KSRO News Time is 8:16.
Hi, I'm Steve Kerr.
Hi, this is Stephen Curry.
I'm Andre Iguodala. I'm Dante DiVincenzo. And you're tuned to KSRO, Sonoma County's home of the Warriors.
Golden State Warriors play-by-play action on KSRO is sponsored by Healdsburg Lumber Company, Sonoma County's building supplier since 1875, by Hudson Street Design, window coverings, cabinetry, fixtures, and more, and by Malm Fireplace Center. Malm Fireplace Center makes a house a home.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have a plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all three with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Sonoma County, get your free Ream Rude heat pump water heater today. Yes, I said free water heater. In most cases, energy rebates and tax incentives pay for the complete installation. As a Sonoma Clean Power contractor, John Owen Services will be your best choice. Lower utility bills and reduce California's carbon footprint with an efficient electric Ream Rude heat pump water heater. Call now, 855-456-2906, or visit our website at johnowenservices.com.
It's all in one place at Grayton Resort and Casino. Saturday, May 27th, win big in the $100,000 Blue and Riches giveaway. One winner of $50,000 cash and 100 winners of $500 in free slot play. Then, Monday, May 29th, win up to $20,000 in the Memorial Day giveaway. Plus more ways to win than anywhere else. Multiplier Wednesdays get up to 7 times the points. Thursdays, win up to $10,000 in the Spring Bling slot tournaments. Learn more at GraytonResortCasino.com. Complete rules available at the Rewards Center.
Never gamble with your news. Stay connected, stay informed, stay listening to Sonoma County's FM News Talk.
KSRO.
It is 8:18 at KSRO. Recapping the top local stories. 2 people were injured in a drive-by shooting in Santa Rosa. The incident happened late Friday night on West 8th Street.
California ranks lower on the list of best states for working mothers. State is also dead last for child care.
And today is the first day to apply for new burn permits in Sonoma County. CAL FIRE offers the permits free online. However, you will need to submit an application and watch an educational video first. 8:19 at KSRO. A U.S. Navy ship has arrived in Port Sudan to help evacuate Americans amid the ongoing conflict. NBC's Megan Fitzgerald reports.
Helping desperate Americans flee the violence, with a second convoy guarded by American military drones undergoing the treacherous 500-mile trek from Khartoum to the port of Sudan.
The USNS Brunswick, a fast transport vessel, is one of 3 ships now positioned to assist U.S. citizens who want to leave the Northeast African country. Staffers at the U.S. Embassy in Khartoum have already been evacuated by special, but thousands of other American citizens are still in Sudan as of today.
The chair of the Republican National Committee says party candidates need to address abortion issues head on.
Democrats spent $360 million on this, and many of our candidates across the board refuse to talk about it, thinking, oh, we can just talk about the economy and ignore this big issue, and they can't.
Speaking on Fox News Sunday, RNC Chair Ronna McDaniel says the Republicans' performance in the midterms fell below expectations because many candidates refused to talk about abortion. It became an even bigger issue in 2022 when Roe v. Wade was overturned just months before the election. McDaniel said Republicans need to go on the offensive and put Democrats on the defensive on the abortion issue.
For the second time in 3 days, Russia has battered Ukraine with missile strikes before dawn. Fox News correspondent Jonathan Savage has the details.
An official installed by Russia in an occupied area of Ukraine says some of these airstrikes targeted resources for an expected Ukrainian
police reported ahead.
counteroffensive. Vladimir Rogov saying the missiles targeted railway infrastructure and fuel depots. Ukraine has for some time promised a major counter-offensive, but not saying where and when that would be. A tragic night and morning, confirms the Ukrainian military. Ukraine, though, claims to have intercepted 15 of the 18 fired overnight, including all directed at the capital, Kyiv. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
The reward for information leading to the arrest of suspect in a mass shooting at a Texas residence has increased. Trey Thomas reports.
The FBI is acknowledging it has zero leads in the search for the suspect who killed 5 people in a mass shooting at a Texas residence.
The FBI is also offering an additional $25,000 for the apprehension of the subject. So it brings the total amount to $80,000.
San Jacinto County Sheriff Greg Capers said 5 people were shot to death execution-style Friday night at a residence in the town of Cleveland, north of Houston. I'm Trey Thomas.
A 2-time presidential candidate says President Biden could win re-election in a landslide.
We believe in a government that represents all, not just the few. Take on the greed of the insurance companies, the drug companies, Wall Street, all the big money interests, and start delivering for working class people.
Senator Bernie Sanders spoke on CNN's State of the Union about Biden's decision to run again in 2024. The Vermont independent, who is a year older than the president, downplayed concerns that Biden would be 86 years old by the end of his second term if re-elected. According to Sanders, age is simply one factor for voters to consider, along with the candidate's experience and record.
House Majority Leader says President Biden is trying to run out the clock on the debt ceiling.
The president's been in hiding for 2 months. That's not acceptable to Americans.
Speaking on ABC's This Week, Louisiana Republican Steve Scalise said Biden is creating a debt crisis by not meeting with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Scalise added that the president needs to start negotiating with McCarthy now and not wait until the midnight hour. The U.S. is at risk of defaulting by June if the debt ceiling is raised. House-passed GOP bill includes many spending cuts, while the White House wants a clean debt ceiling bill.
The head of Homeland Security says our hemisphere is experiencing its greatest migration since World War II.
The president on day one delivered a solution. He delivered immigration reform legislation that we had hoped Congress would act on swiftly. They haven't.
Speaking on NBC's Meet the Press, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said the Biden administration is trying to work through a broken immigration system by building lawful pathways and eliminating ruthless smugglers. Mayorkas also discussed the expiration of Title 42, which he said the Biden administration tried to end long ago. Mayorkas noted the Public Health Authority was enacted during the coronavirus pandemic. He said when it ends on May 12th, the administration will go back to Title 8, which is an immigration authority.
Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey took to social media over the weekend to criticize the sale of the platform to Elon Musk. Posting on spin-off platform Bluesky on Friday, Dorsey wrote, "It all went south and that Musk should have walked away from the $44 billion deal." Dorsey initially supported the sale, calling Musk the singular solution to take over the app. Since the move last October, Musk has presided over a rash of layoffs, policy and feature changes that have led to many advertisers and notable users leaving the platform.
Efforts are underway to avert a strike by nearly 20,000 members of the Writers Guild of America. The WGA's current contract with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers expires Tuesday at 12:01 a.m. The Guild represents writers of film, TV, and streaming media, and the Alliance represents the studios. The WGA and AMPTP have been in talks for several weeks concerning improved compensation increases for writers amid the streaming era. Hollywood is fearful of a strike after 98% of WGA members voted to authorize a work stoppage if a new deal isn't reached by the contract expiration date.
Adidas lost a boatload of money when it dissolved its partnership last year with rapper Ye, formerly Kanye West, over his problematic and anti-Semitic behavior. Now the German apparel company is being sued by a group of investors who claim the company was aware Ye could be an issue and did nothing to limit losses if they were going to south. The suit filed Friday in Oregon federal court says the company executives discussed the risks as far back as 2018, yet no plan was in place. Adidas said it has lost at least $535 million in earnings since dropping Yeezy products. You could see an operating loss of $750 million this year.
It is 8:25 now at KSRO. And he is keeping tabs on your commute. Here is Paul Maxwell.
Thanks, Michelle. Lots of slowdowns for Monday morning. North 101, a little bit better in Santa Rosa. Brake lights from just after Todd College. Southbound slows at Highway 12. Highway 12, brake lights both directions between 101 and Mission. Also heavy both directions between Boys Hot Springs and south of Sonoma Plaza. South 101 slow going in Marin County from Roland to North San Pedro. West 37 very slow over the Mare Island Bridge, heavy to Cullinan Ranch. Minor backups at the Sonoma Creek Bridge and 121. Northbound 29 slows approaching Kelly up to 221. Your next update at 8:35. Now with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast, here is Daniel Trusios.
Thanks, Paul. We do have a high of 63 for today. Expect mostly sunny skies, 54 along the coast. Wind gusts up to 20 miles an hour inland, bit more along the shores. Mostly cloudy tonight, chance of showers, low 46 degrees. Could see some showers then the next couple of days. After that, it'll be dry for Thursday and Friday, but still partly cloudy. Temps staying in the 60s this week.
54 in Windsor, 52 in Sebastopol, 51 in Cloverdale, and 53 in Santa Rosa. KSRO News Time is 8:26.
On Mother's Day weekend, Saturday, May 13th from 11:30 a.m. to 3, the Church of the Roses at 2500 Patio Court in Santa Rosa presents their Spring Fling Luncheon. The theme is Around the World in 80 Hats in memory of Marjorie Donaldson, who bequeathed her exquisite collection of hats to the church. The Hattery of Sonoma County has spruced up the hats for sale. A photo booth with hats for all to try will be part of the fun. Treat your mom and friends to a delicious lunch. A fashion show featuring hats with outfits to match from the Bird's Nest clothing store in Montgomery Village. Wine tasting, an art show, and a silent auction. All the funds raised go to community outreach programs. Tickets in advance go for $20 or $25 at the door. VIP tables for 8 are $200. Saturday, May 13th from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's the Spring Fling fundraiser at Church of the Roses in Santa Rosa, across from Montgomery Village. For tickets or info, call 707-542-4272. Help the Redwood Empire Food Bank restore a sense of comfort and relief to families who've gone without for far too long. Because We Care underwriter Ongaro & Sons Plumbing, Heating, and Air reminds you that there are 3 ways to donate to the Redwood Empire Food Bank. Donate your time, donate money, or donate food. Perhaps the need feels more urgent during the holidays, but unfortunately, food insecurity is in our community year-round. To donate to the Redwood Empire Food Bank, go to refb.org, refb.org.
Hi, I'm Brad Burgum, CFO of Poppy Bank Epicenter. Poppy Bank is a true community partner. There's nothing like dropping by Poppy Bank in downtown Santa Rosa and being greeted by name with a smile. These kinds of relationships are invaluable for local small businesses like ours. Thanks to Poppy Bank, we have recovered from the shutdowns and we are in a great position to thrive.
Poppy Bank has been named Best Business Bank for a reason. Bank with a financial partner who lends locally. Visit poppy.bank for more information. POPPY.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Did you know that mosquitoes can still thrive in a drought? Mosquitoes need very little water to complete their life cycle.
Help fight the bite by dumping out plant saucers. Tightly cover or screen water storage containers. Stock mosquito fish in ponds. And refresh water in bird baths and pet dishes once a week.
To report mosquito problems, contact the Marin Sonoma Mosquito and Vector Control District at 707-285-2200.
Or visit msmosquito.org for more information.
Improperly maintained or neglected pools and spas can produce hundreds of thousands of mosquitoes, resulting in neighborhood-wide mosquito problems that can increase the risk of mosquito-borne diseases like West Nile virus. If you have an unmaintained pool or spa, or know of one in your community, contact the Marin Sonoma Mosquito and Vector Control District at 707-285-2200 or online at msmosquito.org for help. That's 707-285-2200 or msmosquito.org.
Governor Brian Kilmeade, exciting weekend, not great weather in the Northeast, but let's go talk about what's happening. Ennis Cantor will be with us on the show. Congressman Colbert on the latest investigation on Hunter Biden. The Faulkner Focus will have a simulcast with us, Brett Baer and Michael Goodwin. Catastrophe brewing at the border like you've never seen before. 2024, the Dems try and let everyone know that the age doesn't matter with Joe as he kids around to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And we'll talk about another bank collapse. Don't miss a minute, Brian Kilmeade Show, Talk Radio, 77 WABC. This morning at 9:06 here on KSRO.
Sonoma County's News Talk, KSRO, on FM at 103.5 in Santa Rosa and Windsor, and now at 96.9 in Petaluma.
Regulators took control of First Republic Bank overnight, selling it to J.P. Morgan Chase.
Highly unusual to see, especially this magnitude of
number of banks that are being brought into receivership by the FDIC.
David Shivirani, the managing director at Wedbush Securities. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy speaking today to Israel's Knesset.
It is an honor to join you in the city of Jerusalem, the eternal capital of Israel.
He's there for the 75th anniversary of the Jewish state. E. Jean Carroll being cross-examined again today in her rape and defamation trial against former President Trump. Earlier today, the judge denied a defense request